knocked out all your chores for the day.
I knocked out all my chores for today, as Mega Man just said. Anyways, where are we? Here we go. Wait for it. Wait for it. There it is. Alright. We are back. We're playing BN5 5. We're doing Undernet stuff today, because I didn't get to do it yesterday, because it took a lot longer than I thought it would to get to this point. We saved here. I wanted to try something today, but I don't know if I'm going to get to. I really want to try to make Napalm Soul work. It's not easy, but I kind of want to try to make it work later on. So we'll see what I can do. Maybe I'll use Napalm Soul against Nebula Grey on Sunday. If I can. But it's just so awkward to use Napalm Soul. Anyways, we're going to be recording cutscenes that involve Medi today. Hooray. Actually, how's my folder doing? This is a very awkward folder. Let's give me a common theme where I'm just going to keep on changing the tips in my folder to make it more fun. But we'll still keep the B code chips in here. Wavebit actually could work pretty well. Protoman, Protoman SP. Only 5 B code chips, but they're not bad. And then other than that, I think S code really is the best one. So I'll probably go, you know what, we'll do Dark Meteor. S code is the best one. That hasn't changed yet. Okay, all the areograms, the Scully. Shadow Man is good. Shade Man is good. Lark Man is probably not bad for... I just want to be able to clear out viruses. That should all be fine. Dark Tornado would be fun, honestly, as well. But it's fine. No. Oh, I have 5 already. Oh, because Protoman, Protoman SP. Okay, we don't need a Lark Man chip. Focus more important, in my opinion. 2 Invis chips now, which is nice, because I do have Search Soul now. I'll throw these in because Magnet Soul. I love Magnet Soul. And I guess we could do Rock Cube. Rock Cube and Air Shot, so I have a little bit of Gyro Soul in there too. Sure. This is cool, I guess. Did I talk to this guy yet? No? Okay. No, I know it did. That was quick. Got him. Dark Meteors could be such a fun chip. I hear it. I hear the dog. It's here. Oh no, it's a bad guy, Nabby. I think we just use Protoman here. Makes life nice and easy. I love having this chip so much. So much fun using this chip. It's so good. That was quick and easy. What can possibly go wrong? We're just gonna grab the dog, right? Heh. He's scared, Mega Man. Pork. Hey, Pedro. Oh, I have not played Mega Man 11 yet. I have it. I have Mega Man 11 on my Switch. I never played it. I'll do that eventually. I'm terrible at classic Mega Man games, though. Oh no, it's Blizzard Boy. I know they kidnapped my dog. I'll keep an eye on that, honestly, when I do play Mega Man 11. It's the fun part where Scilab is being attacked. Fun. Yeah, I could just go home for this, honestly. There is no reason to go all the way to... Hello? Hello? What? I'm gonna be honest. Usually at this part of the game where I'm supposed to go to Scilab, I usually go to Scilab for this. This is the first time I'm like, nah, let me just go through my own PC and AC/DC. I have never seen this. Male is teaching Lan's mom about battleships and how to use them. For what reason? Well, I guess to be fair, her husband got kidnapped in this game. Their home got broken into in the previous game. Her husband is like in danger like every single game. Her son does stupid things. He gets kidnapped all the time, apparently, the second he steps off of a plane to another country. So I guess she has good reason to want to be able to defend herself and her family. Just saying. That being said, I've never seen that. I've never seen that interaction before. Son of a... So this is why... Okay, well... I thought I was being smart. I wasn't. Do I think a Balnor game could be demaked in the Game Boy? Oh, absolutely. Listen, if they could demake Mega Man X8 and make that game 8-bit, they could definitely do the same thing with a Balnor game. I mean, keep in mind, Balnor games were only Game Boy Advance games, so it is very possible to demake them into a Game Boy, or at least Game Boy Color game. Which reminds me, I haven't looked at the X8 demake yet. But for what I've heard, it looks really good. Oh, look, it's Shade Boy. It's like the 8th time in the series you have to kill him. Hey, you guys remember in the anime where Shade Man ends up trying to oppose Regal constantly? It's adorable. But in this game, he's a loyal little pup. Oh, Game Boy cartridge would definitely explode. The Game Boy Advance cartridges didn't actually have the ability to carry that much data for Battle.net games, which is why you have to. If you ever notice that in a lot of the Battle.net games, there's a lot of backtracking in every game, most infamously in Battle.net 2. So much backtracking in all the Battle.net games. Part of it is because they just didn't have enough space to create more areas, I think. Anyways, here's a fight. Nothing crazy. Oh god, I hate these things. Ooh, hold on. I'm overthinking it again. I literally just have to use Protoman. BN4. Exactly. Battle.net 4 has a lot of backtracking, by which I mean you have to backtrack the entire game multiple times. We're just gonna do this. I don't have to, but it's gonna be so much more fun than what I was gonna do instead. There we go. I do know how to charge this. I still like Battle.net 4. Listen, I know Battle.net 4 has its, it has issues. But it's still a Battle.net game and I still enjoy it. I just realized I made a mistake. I forgot that Search Soul in this game is not based off of... Ooh, I forgot. Search Soul in this game is based off of cursor type chips, not invis type chips. So I don't have a way of going into Search Soul right now. I don't really need Search Soul at the moment either, so it's okay. I need to find a new place. Dark Circle is so good. I love that chip so much. What is this email? Oh, hey. Roll SP. Oh, yeah, look, it's Rika. Yeah, Rika, what the heck? You left for 5 seconds and everything went to shit. Anyways, might as well go directly to where I'm supposed to go. Hold on, let me... I have so much money that I haven't been spending. I should probably just buy the black bomb so I can have 2 copies of it, because I could use that with napalm soul. That would be fun. How many copies of Fire Hit do I have in P code? I have 3 of them. I almost want to buy this and start using Fire Hit. I also kind of want to get Asteroid. Asteroid Q would actually be the best one to get here. Oof, I actually never played One Piece TCG. Although to be fair, I don't have a reason to play it because I also never watched One Piece. And while I know that One Piece is actually really good, I do not have the time to get into that. Hey, Circle Gun comes in the A code. Is it bad that I'm considering that now? I almost want another rock cube too. Most of these chips aren't anything interesting, unfortunately. How do I have Grab Revenge but not Grab Banish? Man. Yeah, most of the chips I can buy right now are kind of not great. Except for this one. This one's good. I guess Element Rage is not bad, but this one's pretty good, right? That Phoenix. Sure, we'll buy that. Alright, Higsby. Give me your shop. Oh yeah, I have to help Numberman first. Ugh. Do we have access to the end piece that they... Ugh. Hold on. I don't think I do yet, right? Alright, we gotta go all the way up to End City. I'm gonna go all the way up to the top for now. Yeah, I don't think that's something that Navis would be able to do for them. I can't believe I had to walk all the way up here. I don't even know if I'm able to get the code yet for this. Let's find out. Not from you. Yes, I would like to create the link. Thank you very much. That's what I was hoping for. Okay, we got Castle Banner, which makes life easier. And we just got the code. Excellent. I do have a nice number of bug frags. For now. It won't be long before I get another one. Oh yeah, isn't he like right here? Gotta get that over to Higsby's. But I can also fight Searchman now. I love that the Protoman chip can do enough damage to one-shot viruses for a good portion of this game. It's not until, like, you start seeing more EX viruses that it doesn't do enough damage. Okay, so, came all the way up here for nothing, I guess. Well, not for nothing, but just for that. I got stuck for some reason on the samurai, man. Hey Dark, how's it going? Okay, I'm getting stuck on corners right now, I don't like it. Alright dude, here you go. Time to kick everyone out of the store. Everybody get out. Oh boy, it's our new headquarters. Oh no, the surveillance alarm. Oh my god, I skipped the cutscene with Jasmine by mistake. When was that? Oh, I forgot. I skipped oh well. Oops. Totally forgot. I accidentally skipped the cutscene with Jasmine. Oh well. I don't like her anyways, it's fine. Oh boy, Spin Pink. I'm gonna not use that anytime soon. I don't. Where's this? This I can expand memories in the Undernet, right? Yes, yes it is. I remember now. Go, overpowered chip for this early on in the game, even though we're almost up to the final liberation mission. Honestly, there being only level 1 viruses made virus fights a little weak in this game, HP wise. Alright, time to go back to the Undernet. Yeah, it's not bad. Decent number of people tonight. At least on YouTube right now. Okay, we finally get to not go into the Undernet quite yet. We have a little bit to do before we actually get to enter the Undernet. Right now what we have to do is stop Medi from going into the Undernet. Believe me, if I knew how to do ROM hacking, I would have done it by now. If I knew how to do ROM hacking, I would have done ROM hacks for Balrix 3, 4, 5, and 6 at least. I know there are ROM hacks out there, but I don't know if any of them have messed with the level curves or anything of like for difficulty in the game. Oh, there's the one bug drag that ruins the 69. From what I know, most patches are like PvP patches to make PvP either different, not necessarily more balanced, but PvP patches are usually used to either make the game different for PvP or to balance it for like games prior to 6. Because player versus player matches prior to Balrog 6 aren't actually very well. Ow. Yeah, a lot of the Balrog games before Balrog 6 are not very well balanced for PvP. I feel like I've been getting really unlucky with item drops from Green Mystery Datas in this playthrough. I have not really been getting much of chips, mostly getting money. But then it's funny because I haven't even been spending my money much. is there? I need to look into that. I know there's a randomizer. I did play Balnark 6 randomized once. I'm definitely gonna have to play Balnark 5 randomized. The only thing is that the randomizer works on the, oh, that's not what I wanted. Randomizer is on the Game Boy Advance versions. Double counter hit there, that's pretty good. Super Shaker I actually needed that. Just gonna be mystery data here. Vulcan 3M. Okay. You know, I might actually be able to just like outright use Napalm Man or Napalm Soul in the Undernet. Because if I'm not mistaken, it does have the Undernet does have lava panels in some of the fights. So I might be able to actually use lava panels for stuff. You know what I would do though? For Balnark 4 specifically, what I would do is not change like virus fights or anything like that. Maybe some of the like the nabbies I would give more HP or adjust damage on some of the chips and stuff like that. But what I've always wanted to do is add some chips to Balnark 4. Some of the chips that existed in Balnark 3 I would include in Balnark 4. And I would adjust the double souls. I would adjust double souls to make them stronger. Hey, Super Shaker I. That's my first copy of that as well. Oh, hey, Searchman. Hi, Searchman. We'll fight Searchman. I don't see why I wouldn't do this, honestly. Seems like a good idea to me. Even without the C panels. As long as he doesn't... Oh, I took a hit. No, I missed. It's being mean to me, Mom. Ow. I'm gonna need him to not do that anymore. To be fair... Oh, I messed up the code. He tried. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do something funny. If we can. Yes! We get to do the funny. No, I'm out of Magnet Soul. Get it. Perfect. I did do Balnark 6 randomized. I will definitely play the other games randomized as well. I don't need to do this. You know what I might do actually, guys, is I might take some time this weekend because this is the Steam version that I'm playing on right now. And it's for my main Steam account, so I don't know why I never played Team Protoman on my main Steam account. I might actually try to collect chips in this game over the weekend a little bit without progressing the story though. So all the story stuff that I still have to do. Oh, hold on, cutscene. I missed one cutscene with what's her face, but with Jasmine, but we're still gonna record this one. No, you don't. Of course I'm not letting you into the internet. You're gonna die. You know what? Lan, let her go. It's fine. Let her figure it out the hard way. I wouldn't mind her getting deleted. Oh yeah, now she hides behind me though. Also, thanks for opening the door for me, I guess. We don't have to worry about opening the door anymore, because this idiot did it for me. Thank you. Hey, look, it's Protoman. Okay, I want you guys to pay attention to this line right here. It won't work on me because I've already seen it. Remember how Cloudman was one that kidnapped Mega Man earlier in the game? Also, he didn't actually disappear. He just floated off to the edge of the space. And she's the one that notices that. He's still there. He's injured, but he's still there. He puts his shield up. He should be okay. Yes, you are right. Take all the blame. Want to point out that it was a military person, technically, who just said that Lan, an 11-year-old child, has the skill and experience to lead a team that's fighting an evil organization. Just pointing that out. Mans clearly knows that Lan has saved the world 4 times up to this point. 7 times if you include every playthrough of Battle Arc 4. Yeah, let's go home and not worry about it. You idiot. Yes, it is your fault. Oh, yeah, hold on. I don't need to be recording anymore. Click. I'm home. Hi, Mom. Nappy time. So yeah, I just like completely and utterly forgot that Lan meets what's her face earlier on in the game. Now we gotta record this one. It's an idiot. Oops, I skipped one of her lines. How terrible. Alright, time to go to the Undernet, finally. Finally. Undernet time. You know what I really should do though? Let's, you know what? Sorry, Twitch chat. No one's paying attention. No one's in Twitch chat now anyways. I need my compression codes. To Rockman EXE Zone, best website ever for this game. Here, let's go. Okay. RABRALLRBA. Hooray. Custom 1. AARLBABA. Oops. AARLBABALB. Cool. Custom 2. BARLLRALBR. That is A, not R. Oops. There we go. I don't use you. I don't use you. I mean, I could do it anyways, but BBA, BBRRLAR. Cool. I don't use shield either, but I might as well. ABARALRBBA. Now this one we use a lot. Battery also is useful. AABR. ABRLLR. Hooray. Collect also you get to use a lot. BRALARBAB. I love how I'm getting the buttons all mixed up because I'm playing on a Xbox controller and that just completely throws me off every time. Alright, so what we're gonna do, I love super armor, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do custom 2. We're gonna do collect. We're gonna do undershirt. And we're gonna make sure we have space for some attack ups. Very good. I could throw in shield, but if I throw in shield, I'll have a bug, and I don't want to have bugs right now. I think this is good enough for now. I guess we'll do charge +1 as well. Okay. The plan for next week, I have no idea, honestly. I might do stuff for fun next week, I don't know. I do have a few videos I need to work on. So, I don't know exactly. I think I'm gonna do... I'm doing a Pokemon video next week. I know that much. But otherwise, I have no idea what the plan is for next week. We're gonna finish Battle Arc 5 on Sunday. I might do... I don't know. Maybe I could do other Mega Man games next week. Maybe I could start playing, like, the X series or something. Or I could play Mario Kart 8, because I'm not going to be playing Mario Kart World anytime soon. The Mythical X6 stream. Listen, all I'm saying is that when I do play Mega Man X6 on stream, it's not only going to be me playing it on stream, it's going to be me playing it for the first time. I have never played X6. I tried. I started playing X6. I didn't like it. I was dying too much. Oh, why did I turn my phone off? I had my stream on my phone. Hold on. Silly me. Okay. We're going to the Undernet. Dude, where are my chips? I'm not getting battle chips. It's crazy. My opinion on Digimon? I love Digimon. I've liked Digimon ever since I was a kid. I didn't play the games a lot when I was a kid though. I didn't really own Digimon games as a kid, but as I grew older, I played some of the DS Digimon games. I played Digimon World DS and Digimon World Dawn Dusk. I liked those games. I did beat Digimon World DS one time. Dawn and Dusk I never finished, so I will have to replay them eventually. And then in 2019, instead of doing Pokemon... Instead of buying Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, because I was on the I don't feel like playing this garbage train, I instead ended up getting Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, which was $100 for the complete edition, which was 2 games for $50, which means that it was 2 games for a cheaper price than Pokemon Sword or Shield would have been. Jumped on that opportunity immediately. And honestly, Cyber Sleuth, very fun game. Loved it so much. Great story, great characters, nice cast of Digimon. Very much enjoyed it. Wait, which game is the Super Nintendo game? Tokyo Ghouls? Not a game I've ever played before. Alright, we're gonna fight this in a funny way. Wait for it. Wait for him to move up. Hooray! We got an Airshot Rock Cube combo. Maybe I should go back to finish, let's go. There is a new Digimon story. What was it called? Time something. I forget what it's called. There is a new Digimon... Oh, I didn't want to run. A new Digimon story game coming out. Time something. God, someone help. What is it called? It's supposed to come out this year, I think, or next year. You don't buy consoles anymore? Fair. Listen, I didn't have that many people on the stream yesterday, so I didn't really share my opinions on it too much, but I think that the Switch 2 is probably going to be a failed console. First off, it's a meme, but it's a meme that has merit because it's an actual trend that has happened recently. Wow, that worked out perfectly. So, the meme was that Nintendo main consoles alternate between being a huge success and a commercial flop. Nintendo and Super Nintendo were both commercial successes. Nintendo 64 and GameCube were both considered to be commercial flops. Even if the consoles, even if we had fun playing those games as kids, those consoles were considered to be failures. Then after the GameCube, we all know that the Wii printed money, the Wii U failed, the Switch printed money, so now people are saying that the Switch 2 is probably gonna fail. And then when I saw all that information on the Switch 2 Direct, I was like, yeah, I could see it failing because of all this. The price is too high. Well, the price of the console itself, I'm okay. Like, I'm not gonna be mad about the console itself being $450. I thought it was gonna be $400. It's gonna be $450 instead, which, you know, not great, but okay, whatever. But the real issue is that so much of stuff with the Switch 2, it's a blatant money grab. Do you want to play your do you want to play your Switch 1 games on the Switch 2 and make them look slightly prettier? Pay us money to upgrade. Do you want this tech demo for the Switch 2 that we're calling a game? Better pay us for it. Did I stop recording? I did. Okay, good. Or did I never start recording that cutscene? Do you want a physical copy of your game? Here's a $90 cartridge that, oops, it doesn't actually have the physical game on it. It's just a download code for you to download the game on the internet. Haha. Which is totally egregious, like. Yeah, something about ghosts and me getting bugs or whatever. I don't really care about that. I never really cared about this. Oh no, I'm gonna have bugs. How terrible. Wah. So yeah, like, it's so stupid in my opinion. What's going on with it. Is there a way to send me voice messages? No, that is not possible. I don't have any way of receiving those. Ooh. That was... Ooh. Oh, Asteroid A. Oh, man. I got hit by a ghost. Get off me, dude. Please get off me before viruses appear. No, the real funny thing about it is that... So think about this, guys. Like, actually, think about it. Nintendo infamously... I was gonna say a bad word that I'm not supposed to say, technically, because I'm streaming. Nintendo constantly complains about pirating, right? About people pirating their games. Constantly complain about it. Then they pulled this crap. Explain to me how them making quote-unquote physical copies of their games, which aren't even actual physical copies of games, mind you. Again, the quote-unquote physical copy of Switch 2 games are not going to be the actual games on a cartridge. It's going to be a cartridge that has a key that lets you download the game from the internet when you put that cartridge in your Switch. Which means that there's no actual physical copies of games. What it's actually going to be is you just using the cartridge to download the game, and that's somehow more expensive than just directly downloading it from the eShop. Now, all of that is already bad enough. It gets worse when you think about this in the long term instead of the short term. In the short term, them having quote-unquote physical copies that are actually just a download code, it's not great. In the long term, guys, what's going to happen 20 years from now? In about 15 to 20 years from now, the Switch 2 is going to be a retro console, just like the GameCube and the Wii are retro consoles today. The Wii came out, when was it, 2000 and something? I don't know exactly which year the Wii came out. It's been about 20 years, right, since the Wii came out. In 15 to 20 years from now, the Switch 2 is going to be as old as the Wii and GameCube are right now. Those are considered retro consoles. We are not going to be able to play Switch 2. You're not going to be able to, right? 15, 20 years from now, it will be impossible for us to play games on our Switch 2 if you buy a new Switch 2, right? Or if you buy a used one or whatever, you won't have any games on it because the physical copies that you would have to use in order to get access to the games, there is no physical copies. That supposed physical copy of the game is actually just a download code for the internet. But the Switch 2 won't have internet access anymore because the internet access for it will be removed to make space for the next consoles, right? Just like how the 3DS doesn't have... Oh, I think I messed up. I was trying to hit them when they were on the same panel. Just like the... What is it called? The 3DS right now doesn't have... Right? The 3DS doesn't have an eShop anymore. The 3DS eShop was taken down a couple years ago, right? If you want to go and get a Nintendo 3DS, You can get a 3DS, you could get an old, like a refurbished or whatever 3DS, no problem. And you could buy the games, no problem, because you could buy physical cartridges. In 20 years, when there's no internet accessibility anymore on the Switch 2, we're just not going to be able to play Switch 2 games, plain and simple. Oh, a lot of people go to PC exactly for stuff like that. So it's just so funny to me how Nintendo always whines and complains about people pirating their games, but then they always pull off stunts like this that honestly kind of makes it feel like a moral obligation to pirate Nintendo games. Listen, I buy Nintendo stuff. I always try to buy stuff instead of pirating it. I don't like pirating games. But Nintendo's getting to the point where they're forcing people to pirate the games. And if we don't pirate the games, then we won't be able to play the games. That's another thing. Gregor's right. Make the cost too high and people are going to turn the other way. There's a lot of people that are already saying, I'm not going to be able to afford a Switch 2 and the games if the console is $450 and the games are $80. Like, people aren't going to be able to afford an $80 game. Why is Mario Kart World $90? As nice as it would be to have this chip, this one is so much better. That's a good way to spend all your bug frags, honestly. We now have access to attack plus 30. Sony had their humbling moment with the PS3. Yep. Oh, Nintendo's had multiple humbling moments is the problem. But they can't be humbled. They have had multiple humbling moments by now. That worked out perfectly. Hey, I have all the codes I need for the Program Advance on a Super Shaker chip. I can't wait for Star Force Collection to be 80. I don't think the Star Force Legacy Collection would be $80 though. That's Capcom. It's a Capcom game technically. So hopefully Capcom won't be as terrible. I love how I got all 4 copies of my... I need you to... There we go. Perfect, that was perfect. Hey, Hellbound. I appreciate that comment. You are just in time to watch us suffer in the Undernet as all these ghosties are attacking me for some reason. But we're almost there. We're almost up to the Liberation Mission. And then we'll get to do the Liberation Mission. And then after that, I might do a little bit after the Liberation as well. I'll go up to like a Proto Soul, I guess. Ooh, look at my health. My HP is 369. That's fun. As a nerd who has always been good at math in school, I like the fact that my health is at 369 right now. Dude, how ridiculous is the fact that I'm sorry. I love Mario Kart. I would not spend any $80 on it. Like, come on. Why is a Mario Kart game $80 now? Like, why is a standard version of a Mario Kart game going to be $80 when Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch was $60? That was Mario Kart 8 plus a bunch of DLC for $60. But now, a new standard version of a Mario Kart game is going to be $80 or $90 for that quote-unquote physical copy that I just explained is not an actual physical copy of a game? How does that make sense? I'm not getting a Switch 2 on release. Man, I kind of wish I had access to that Napalm Soul thing right now. That was almost perfect. Oh no, I took damage to a lava panel. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to. Ooh, hot body and F code. I like that. I'm not gonna be able to get a Switch 2 on release. I can't. First off, I cannot afford one on release. Second off, I wasn't planning on getting a Switch 2 on release anyways, honestly. I'm gonna buy that. Well, I'm officially finally out of money. Alright guys, it's time to make a napalm folder. It's not actually time to make the napalm folder, but you know. I just want to do something with napalm, man. I don't have... Alright, we'll do Q code, because Q code also has asteroid. We'll do 2 anti-fires. I can do napalm man, I guess. Napalm man, napalm SP, dark meteor, of course. I guess we could do R code. Do I have good R code chips? Tornado comes in R code. Air hockey comes in R code. Wood nose, anti-sword, roll, and roll SP. Yeah, I don't have that many good R code chips right now. Okay, never mind. What if I just kept doing the S code because S code's OP in this game? Also, lava panels in Super Vulcan would be fun. And I guess we could still throw in the Protoman chips because Protoman is too busted. Oh, I can only use 5 mega chips. Wait, what 5 chips on me? Oh, napalm man. Get out of here. Attack plus 30. Oh yeah, I can't use attack plus 30. What other chips am I using? Hold on. Protoman. Shademan. Protoman. Protoman. Meteors. Right. Oh, and Super Vulcan. Darn. Okay, you know what? We're gonna take out... In order to add attack plus 30 and full cust, we're gonna take out the Protoman chips here. There we go. I'm gonna try to make this a napalm folder. We'll see if it works. I don't think it actually will, but, you know, let's try. It'll be fun if it works. Did I put an area grab? I did. Okay. $70 you could deal with, not 80. Yeah, I mean, I bought Tears of the Kingdom on release day. That was $70. I expected it to be 60. When I saw it was 70, I was like, that's a lot, but I'll survive. But this is too much. That was a very strong, what's it called? Air hockey, 70 damage per hit. What's the best Digimon game I played? For me, my favorite Digimon game is Cyber Sleuth, honestly. Although, keep in mind, I have not actually played a lot of Digimon games, so I'm not really the best person to recommend them. I've only played the turn-based, some of the turn-based RPG. Sorry. Yeah, I've only played some of the turn-based Digimon games. Sorry, brain farted. Hey, we can actually add a bunch of other stuff. We don't need speed plus, right? We can do charge plus. Do I have charge max? Oh, charge max has a weird shape. I don't like that shape. Charge plus 1. Speed plus 1. Speed plus 1. There we go. We'll do that for now. Oh yeah, that's exactly what... Alright guys, if you don't know who Penguin Zero is, go find Penguin Zero on YouTube. Penguin Zero, aka Charlie, literally made a video discussing exactly that, where he said, and I quote, that other companies are going to start following in Nintendo's footsteps when they see if other companies see that Nintendo's overcharging for Switch 2 games is successful, then other companies are going to start overcharging for their games as well. So now that Nintendo's going to start charging, right? Nintendo's about to start charging $70 to $80 for their games. Other companies are going to start doing it too. $100%. Donkey Kong is also $70, yeah. Listen, I love my boy Donkey Kong, but I would not be paying $70 for a Donkey Kong game that I'm not even sure how fun it looks to play. I'm not saying it's not going to be a fun game. It very well could be a fun game. I just don't know how fun it is. I am now out of money, and I'm going to have to take trips throughout the net to collect some money if I want to buy stuff. You guys know you can have 2 meteor chips going at the same time, or asteroid chips going at the same time, which can be very hectic and chaotic, and I love it. Yeah, so TLDR, I'm not super happy with Nintendo's announcements relating to the Switch 2. And the fact that they kept on not announcing how much it was going to cost. I love how she thinks she can fight me. Alright, time to ruin her panels. I hate that this chip causes flashing. Dude, everything's missing. I hate it. We're just gonna do this now. This does a lot of damage, but it doesn't delete her, unfortunately. It's only 320 damage. Well, at least I'm using Napalm Soul. It's not the best folder for fighting Navis, but it's fine. Plot twist, he can't break through the door. He just thinks he can. Did it just... Oh boy, we opened the door. Wait, what happened in 1987? Why do I have to bring Medi? Can I just leave her behind? Okie dokes. Stop recording. I'll run this folder. I'll make a few minor changes though. Starting with you. Need to be turned into... Hold on. Where's my slow gauge? I have multiple slow gauges actually. I should throw all of them in. Let's get rid of Shade Man as well. There. This will be good enough. Listen, a lot of the games that they announced were pretty cool. Fun games and whatnot, you know. Do I like Mario Kart? Yes. Am I excited for Pokemon Legends ZA? I think so. I'm cautiously optimistic about Pokemon Legends ZA because the first Legends game was actually kind of good. And I do like Kalos. And all that stuff. But, you know, I'm not going to be able to afford a Switch 2, and I'm not going to be able to afford $80 games. I'm just going to stick to my Switch for the time being. I was probably never going to buy it on release anyways. I didn't buy a Switch on release either. It took me 2 years. I didn't get my Switch until 2019, 2 years after it released. Blah 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 blah. Her ability kind of sucks, actually. Toadman is infinitely better. That being said, it is kind of helpful here, at least. 1987 was a big video game crash? Huh. That was before my time. Aww. I hate Dominards so much. That's what I'm thinking. I'm actually thinking that might happen. It genuinely could end up getting a price cut. I hope it gets a price cut. That would be great. Drop it to $400. People might actually buy the thing for $400. But here's the thing though. As much as I'm seeing people comment online saying, yo, this is too expensive, people aren't going to want to buy these games and stuff, I'm also seeing comments where people are like, stop complaining about it being so expensive, it's keeping up with inflation, and like all these people that are going to buy the console no matter what. Like even if it actually is overpriced, there's still going to be a lot of people that are like, yeah, I'm going to buy this anyways. That's just a thing that happens all the time. Do I have anti-fire? I do have anti-fire. That is excellent, because now I get to one-turn this fight. Very good. But yeah, I think people tend to forget that, yeah, the 3DS actually didn't have that many, like, good... the 3DS didn't have a good game library when it first came out. And so, yeah, people actually, like, didn't buy the 3DS upon release. Really important for people to point out. That's the thing though, gaming should be affordable. There's no reason for you know, gaming to be expensive. That's one of the things I generally liked about video games, was that it's usually more affordable as a hobby. Take a look at Pokemon cards, for example. For the past couple of years, I had been buying booster boxes of Pokemon cards whenever a new pack came out. So it was a pack. It was a box of packs. It's $36 for the box, and I would end up paying $130 for the 36 packs. If you do the math, that ends up amounting to about $3.80-ish. Like, it's about $3.80 per pack, which is better than the retail. Wait. Did I use fast gauge instead of slow gauge? I thought that was slow gauge. Oh god, I'm dumb. Oh my god, that was fast gauge. I thought it was slow gauge that I used. I just screwed myself over. I didn't realize that fast gauge was in my folder. I gotta be careful about that. Anyways, I was just saying, right? So the Pokemon cards, it was up until recently $130 in order to get 36 packs, which mathematically is about $3.80. I don't remember if that was the exact number or not. See, this is stupid. I could liberate down this entire line if Gyroman had a panel here to liberate from, but he doesn't, so I can't actually do that. Same thing for this line here. So instead, we gotta use Napalm Man. So anyways, what happened now is that because of all the scalpers with Pokemon, there's been so many scalpers with Pokemon TCG that now the price of the booster boxes has gone up from $130, which I was able to afford, to $230 now. I don't know about you guys, but I cannot afford $230. Oh, I can charge fire chips with Napalm Man too. That's fun. Alright, Dark. Have a good night. Oh, see, that was fast gauge. Whoopsies, whoopsies. Don't use that. That's bad. I'm about to get plus 70 fire damage. Ow, I took a hit. That's okay. Hey, I can do twin liberation here. If I do, I'm gonna get hit by this guy though. But that's fine. I just don't know if there's any traps here or not. Or do I want to just liberate this and then use Searchman to get some of these? Hold on, let's do this. I know that this is the key, so we'll just do this. So yeah, we'll see what happens with the... Oh god, I hate it so much. Nice. Air hockey for the win. God, I take so much damage from this liberation. I hate it. Anyways, we're gonna be smart about this. I'm gonna let Searchman do this. I don't want this sword dude to do damage to me. No, I almost hit it. I was so close to hitting him. Darn it. Alright, we're good. I don't think I need to slow gauge, but it's also Medi I'm using, so just in case. Even though I have air hockey, and air hockey should make this free. Yeah, I only took the one air hockey. With, I think that was attack plus 30 on it. I didn't see how much attack plus I put on it. That's okay. At least now I'm not taking damage from that guy, that's all that matters. Oh, that bird didn't attack me? Okay. It's cool with me. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. I could actually just napalm this, but it would hit all these panels, and I don't know if they're items or not. So what we're gonna do is General Man's gonna come over here. We're gonna do this. Yeah, it's soon. Literally in 2 months. That's another thing. I thought that the Switch 2 was gonna come out later this year. I thought it was gonna be like a September or October release. And then Nintendo's just like, by the way, it's coming out in June. Hooray! Well, Medi can't hit these guys, unfortunately. This is literally something I talked about in my video about her. She cannot do damage to Dominards. Wait, did the meteor chip just... Oh no, he just had 3 HP. Okay. I thought the meteor chip actually did damage. No time to save up. I don't care either way. I genuinely, I don't think I was gonna get... Unless like the next Legend of Zelda game was on the Switch 2, I was never planning on buying the Switch 2 on release anyways. I need this guy to step up. Thank you. Like, will I get a Switch 2 eventually? Maybe. It just depends on what, you know, what games are available on it. If there's good games available on it, then sure, I'll get the Switch 2. I just don't trust that there's going to be amazing games on it, unfortunately. I'm actually trying to intentionally not kill this guy yet. Perfect. Because I didn't want to one-turn him because there's all these items around and they could be traps, and I don't want to mess with that. Because if I get hit by a paralysis trap, I'm going to be sad. Yeah, it's basically mostly... I think that's one of the things that's going to make it fail, at least early on. It really is just Switch 1 titles that you can pay to upgrade. Unless you have a Nintendo Switch Online. I get that they're trying to use Nintendo Switch Online as a way to, like, say, like, look, if you have Nintendo Switch Online, you don't have to pay for the Switch 2 version upgrades, and you don't have to pay for this thing and that thing and whatever, but, like, at the same time, it's kind of like, not everyone uses Nintendo Switch Online. There was never... Like, there's a lot of people that never played games online, and so they never had Nintendo Switch Online because they had no reason to. Not everyone plays Pokemon Online, not everyone played Super Smash Bros. Online. Not everyone plays a lot of those kinds of games online. Does it just do double damage or something when I charge these ships? What's going on? You can charge ships to do what? Oh yeah, it does double damage. That's fun. Ooh. Alright, we're just gonna do this though because... Guys, we are on the final turn of this liberation right now. There we go. Oh, for sure. You know what's funny, Otaku Guy, is that I think you're underestimating Nintendo there. It's not going to be $80 for each version of Pokemon Gen 10. It's going to be $90 for physical copies. Guaranteed $90 for physical copies of Gen 10. 100%. No, I'm not even doubting that for a second. That it's going to be $90 for the quote-unquote physical version. Well, this is very unfortunate. This is kind of not a good fight for any Double Soul, let alone... Oh, he blinders me. That's fine. Uh-oh. Oh, this actually kind of sucks. Alright, it's not going to be a one-turn deletion, but that's okay. Wait, I could use... Nah, I don't need to use that. Here we go. There we go. Don't forget the DLC. Whoa, that's probably going to be $40 now for DLC. They just shouldn't do DLC like that, but whatever. Which of these is the key? I don't remember. Will it still run on 2 FPS? Oh, for sure. If you guys think that Nintendo is gonna have a device strong enough, and that Game Freak is gonna have the technical ability to produce a game that runs well enough, then you guys have not been paying attention. I'm calling it right now. Pokemon Gen 10, it's gonna run like dog water on the Switch 2. You know what really worries me though right now? What really worries me is that because I think that's the key. I need to get to it. Yeah, because Pokemon Legends ZA, and I was saying earlier that I'm a little bit worried about Legends ZA, and the reason I'm worried about it is because that game was being produced for both consoles. It's going to be they're trying to make it for both the they're trying to make Legends ZA. It's for both Switch 1 and 2. Which means that it was probably optimized for the Switch 2 and won't be able to run at all on the Switch 1. And since I'm broke, I'm gonna have to try to play it on Switch 1. And I guarantee it's gonna be $80 for the Switch 1 version too. It's all greed. Nintendo's being ridiculously greedy, and people are trying to say, well, Nintendo's not being greedy. The games actually are more expensive these days. I don't like this fight. It's annoying. We're just gonna wait until the fire attack dissipates, and then we anti-fire here. Poof. There we go. There's my triple delete. Please tell me that was a key, otherwise I wasted my time. Hi, key. Napalm Man's just gonna chill here for a turn, actually. You know what? Yeah, Napalm Man's gonna chill for a turn. Listen, I like Pokemon. I have Scarlet and Violet. I somewhat regret buying them. I can't say, yeah, Scarlet and Violet was the greatest purchase I ever made. No, the games, like, weren't... The only reason I bought Scarlet and Violet, honestly, was because it was Christmas. And I was like, hey, me and my girlfriend can play this together, so I got it for both of us. I forced her to play it. It was fun. And we had fun playing it. And I got the DLC and everything as well, but like, you know, it wasn't the most important thing in the world. I could have lived without having Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. The thing is, like, it really looks like Nintendo is taking cues from Game Freak and the Pokemon Company. And Nintendo sees that Game Freak and the Pokemon Company put out suboptimal games on a full price point, and Nintendo were like, hey, we can start doing that too. $20 price hike is crazy, yeah. Listen, they better show Generation 10 better be like the absolute most incredible game I've ever seen in my life. And we better see it have the greatest graphics of any Pokemon game. It better like be so well optimized that we can see it running at like 60 frames per second at least at all times in handheld mode. And on that 120 frames per second and 1080p that they claim they have on the Switch. On the Switch too. Like that's what better happen with the Gen 10. Actual animations, like the Generation 5 sprites were so well animated. They should have actual sprites like animations on their models, because they have an extra year now. Think about it. One of the big things with Pokemon is that people have been complaining that the games are being rushed, that 3 years is not enough time to develop a new generation. Well, this year they're not putting out Generation 10, even though it's been 3 years since Sword and Shield, which means that the Generation 9 cycle was actually 4 years long instead of 3 years. So hopefully that means that next year Gen 10 is actually going to be a good game. Why can't I get a chip? This is one of my least favorite things about this game. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna give up on this very soon, because clearly I'm not about to get any battle chips here. Please, game? Battle chip? Thank you. Is it Lance? Ah, crap. Okay, that's bad news, because that means I have to go for all 3 of these bonus panels now. Alright, Gyro Boy, do your job. Sorry, Napalm Boy around there. Blame Medi? Yeah, it is her fault. Everything's Medi's fault, always. Everything is always Medi's fault, plain and simple. I don't know why I'm using slow gauge here when I literally just have the meteors and it's gonna kill everything. $15 FPS Gen 10? Probably. And people are still gonna eat it up and say it's the greatest game that they've ever played in their lives. I actually stuck to my word with Pokemon Sword and Shield. When Sword and Shield came out, I said I was not going to buy it. Or at least I said, if I do end up buying Pokemon Sword and Shield, I said that I was going to buy it used. I was never going to buy a new copy. And that's exactly what I did. When it was time for Sword and Shield, I actually ended up, or when it was time for Scarlet and Violet, that's when I finally got a used copy of Sword. And honestly, that game, it wasn't that fun. Jonathan, you are being way too nice to Medi right now. She is not B tier, she is F tier in every way, shape, and form. She does not. Twin Liberation sucks. Oh, hey. You know what doesn't suck though? Doing this. Just avoid a fight. This is fine. Listen, I could agree with that. Her design's not bad. Everything else about her is bad. Let's just heal. And then I don't know why this thing is still here. Let's get rid of him real quick. I don't hate Medi's design. And I don't hate the Medi Soul design. I just hate everything else about it. But yeah. The TLDR and all this Nintendo Switch 2 stuff is that I'm very disappointed in Nintendo, and I fully expected the Switch 2 to be a commercial flop. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a flop. Alright, Medi, time to get me 2 more copies of Lance. I'm on turn 6. I got through all of this in 5 turns. That's nuts. Here's the thing though. There was a lot of backlash on Generation 8 before they got released, right? But there was still so many people that bought those games. Pokemon is a perfect how do I put this? Pokemon is the perfect example of just because something gets a lot of sales does not mean it's actually a good product. Because Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and then afterwards Sword and Shield, had the most like I think that Sword and Shield and then Scarlet and Violet afterwards were the most sold Pokemon game. But Sword and Shield were not good games. Like, they really just weren't that good. Even if you disregard the fact that half the Pokemon in the National Dex were missing from the game, it just wasn't that fun. It wasn't that good. Every generation of Pokemon, they get rid of some of the mechanics that made the previous generations fun. Listen, I think Scarlet and Violet are fun too. I think that the massive amounts of cutscenes that you can't skip somewhat kills replayability. I think that they did not optimize the fact that the game is supposed to be open world very well at all. And they run like dog water on the Switch. And I think the fact that the #1 grossing media franchise in the world, not like the fact that they cannot optimize a game well enough to make it actually run well on their console is really bad. And so when people say that they don't buy Pokemon games, I'm like, yeah, absolutely, you have no reason to buy them. I don't blame you at all. Even now, people are like online saying, yeah, I'm not going to get a Switch 2. I think it's too expensive. I don't want to have to pay so much for these games. $80 for a game is going to be too much for me. And then people are like, oh, you hypocrite. You're saying that you're going to be the first person that buys it, but you're saying it's so expensive. You're such a hypocrite. And I'm like, what do you know what people are going to do with their money? That's because a lot of places in Scarlet and Violet were empty. Hey, look, a battle chip. Oh boy, we got the Lance chip. Alright, here's what we're gonna do now. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna do this. My favorite Pokemon game is Emerald, personally. Personally, my favorite Pokemon game is Emerald, and my second favorite is, I would say, Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I love Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Emerald, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Platinum are my favorite Pokemon games. And then after that, I would actually say probably X and Y. I actually like X and Y a lot. And Gold, Silver. We're gonna use this time to heal up a bit. Is Napalm Man about to take damage? Let's find out. That's fair. Because you're not wrong about most of the areas being empty. But the thing is that they don't run well. And they have terrible render distance and stuff. I can't tell you the number of times I've played Violet. I was playing Violet. My girlfriend had Scarlet. I cannot tell you the number of times I was playing Violet and I would be riding around on my sandwich dragon. And then suddenly I would end up in a battle. I wouldn't even see what Pokemon I'm encountering in said battle. And then right before the battle starts is when it would render onto my screen. And I'm like, this Pokemon wasn't even on my screen. Like, what the heck? How does she have only 300 HP and she's expected to do well? Okay, so I don't think this one's going to be useful, so we're just going to... What? Oh, that's anti-water. I thought that was... Oh, well. We're going to do this. This is going to be fun, right? Vulcan with plus 30 damage. It's 40 damage per shot. That took off a lot of his health. Ow. Oh, that should be able to hit him twice. That would be fun. That was all the first turn, by the way. He's rude. I like how he doesn't have his actual shield. He just puts up a reflection. Oh my god, he uses Dark Sword. Ow. Oh my god, I'm about to die. Guys, we're gonna get murdered. Unless we murder him first. There we go. We did it. Lots of meteors. Alright, Jonathan. Have a good night. Thanks for being here. The DLC did not. Yeah, it ran... To me, it ran exactly the same. I didn't always have issues with, Z-Saber. I didn't always have issues with the performance of, Scarlet and Violet, but I will say one funny thing. Did you guys know that Pokemon Violet inherently runs slower than Scarlet? Because Miraidon, when you ride on him, has like a effect because he has like those boosters on his back, and that visual effect causes lag in the game. So Pokemon Violet is inherently slower than Scarlet because of it. Just so we know how bad Game Freak is at optimizing their games. Alright, that is going to be it for tonight. Oh, it's already 10 o'clock. Oh my god. Yeah, that's going to be it for tonight, guys. I am going to call it a night here. Yeah, Medi. Oh, dude, you did not come in too negative. We have every right to be negative about Nintendo right now. Regal. Alright, is this where we have to deal with, yeah, she just saw Dad on the TV and whatever. Okay. So this is where we have to go around and destroy the things, right? Okay. Alright. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Have a good night. I'm going to call it here. Like I said, I will be back. We're going to finish the story playthrough of this game on Sunday. We're going to finish this game on Sunday. And I'll probably start doing a little bit of post-game too. I'll probably like collect chips and stuff. I really want to make Napalm Soul work. Like, actually. So we'll see. Screaming into the void allows good. That's true. No, definitely you were definitely not too negative, Otaku, because I feel exactly the same way as you on a lot of this stuff. I'm not as thrilled about the Switch 2 as I was hoping I would be. But I mean, listen, we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Maybe they'll drop the price of the console. Maybe they'll realize if games aren't selling as much as they hope, maybe they'll drop it down to 60 again. I would like You know, I wouldn't be mad about it if games cost like $70 maybe. $70 is an okay increase from 60. I'd be like, all right, like, listen, you know, inflation and stuff like that. And, you know, the money isn't as valuable as it used to be and all this good stuff. It's like, okay, I could see that. But $80 and a $90 for a quote-unquote not actual physical version of a game, that's a bit much. But that's enough complaining about that for tonight. I will see you guys on Sunday. Enjoy your weekends, and I will see you then. Take care.